Delta 1. It's a Minuteman missile launch site. I got to go in and tour the quarters exactly how they left it back in, I believe, 93 when it was decommissioned. People just walked out, and it's exactly the same today. I got to go down and see the control room and where they would turn the key to launch the Minuteman missiles. Probably one of the coolest national park experiences that I've had. It's just so unique, so interesting. Here's what's up.
We're going down 31 feet. The other ones went down 60 to 80 feet in length. This is actually the shallowest because the water table is so high. What you will see in a moment is you'll see a gray circular item on the ground, and that's actually the lid of the sump pump, which keeps this place from flooding. The box that we're about to go into is floating in midair. It is floating in midair and supported by these two structures here, two cylinder structures behind me. These are shock absorbers. If this structure of 140 tons of structural steel and concrete were to move 2 feet, this would not move an inch. Everything that you've seen in the tour so far is to do one thing: protect those computers so the missiles can do their job. This portion of the system is the communications part of the system. The black thing sticking out is a typewriter. The paper and the stuff below it is a teletype, and that's a rotary phone. I point those three things out because I have young kids that come in here that have no clue what any of those three things are, just to make me feel old. This over here is the part of the computers that launch the missiles themselves. This facility is L1. The missiles themselves are L2 through L11, and there's Delta 9 right there. Let us pretend for a moment that we are two missileers. And we have just received an emergency war order. An emergency war order is issued by the President of the United States, is issued for one reason and one reason only. We are being attacked. We need to launch our nuclear weapons. Nuclear war has begun. You'd come over the teletype. Missileers would grab their code books. They'd figure out what's the right password, the right format for the day, and if it was authenticated. Once we have an authenticated emergency war order, each missileer would grab their padlock. This belonged to the commander, this one belonged to the deputy commander. When you left with that padlock. When you were off duty, you kept it with you at all times. When you came back, you put it back on. You're the only person that knows what the combination of that lock is. There are 10,000 possible combinations. In other words, no one person can get into that box. It contains 2 keys and something called the cookie. What the cookie is a folded piece of paper laminated shut. You can't tell what's on it until you break it. This was an authenticated emergency war order. Each missileer would grab a key out of here. The deputy commander would grab the cookie, belt themselves here. The commander would go over there and belt themselves over there. The deputy commander would break that cookie, revealing an enabling code, which you put in the enabling panel, which enabled the missiles to be launched. The deputy commander would insert their key right there. The commander would insert their key right over there. The keys had to be turned at the same time. No one person could turn those keys. Our missileers turned the keys, nothing would happen. There was another fail-safe measure in the system. You needed a second confirmation vote. You needed a second set of missileers turning your keys in your squadron to launch the missiles. This is a flight. A flight consists of this facility and the 10 silos that surround us. A squadron is 5 of these in this general area. If the other 4 were incapable of turning their keys, the second confirmation vote would come from Looking Glass, the plane in the sky. If for some reason all 5 of them could not turn their keys, it was Looking Glass that would launch the missiles. Our missileers turn the keys, we get a second confirmation vote. Our job's done. We don't have a job anymore.